Royal Enfield finally gave us the classic 650 we've all been waiting for. It's stunning, it's heavy, and it's got a tall seat height. But I have a secret. While everyone is lining up for the new classic, I've been slowly converting my Interceptor 650 into the classic that suits my needs. Today we're comparing the real deal against my project bike. We'll look at the 50 kilogram weight difference and the seat height, and why I think the Interceptor might actually be the better classic for most riders. The Royal Enfield Classic 650 in chrome and black, the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650 in chrome and black, the best looking Royal Enfields in my opinion. I was going to buy this bike, last minute I pulled the plug, and instead I bought a 5-year-old Interceptor. So I'd like to introduce you to my new neighbour, Pete.
Hello.
Hello, Pete.
Hi.
So you've just sold up all your motorbikes in England.
Yeah.
And moved to Thailand.
Sold the house, sold the motorbike, sold the cars, sold absolutely everything.
Wow.
And came to Thailand with my wife, who's Thai.
Who's Thai, yeah.
2 suitcases each, 84 kilograms of luggage, and that was our whole life in 4 bags.
Wow. That's a major move. You have had all the choices of all the bikes and you chose the Classic 650. What's your reasoning with that?
I was looking at all the other bikes available here in Thailand. I looked at the Hondas, I looked at the Triumphs. Each had their own pros and cons.
Yep.
It came down to value for money.
Okay.
And build quality.
And that's where Royal Enfield nail it.
Yeah.
Absolutely nail it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the cost of this bike in Thailand is half of a Triumph.
Yes.
The Hondas don't have anything that's comparable at the present. And looking at the Royal Enfields, I looked at the Interceptor, I looked at the GT, I looked at the Meteor, I looked at the Bear. It came down to height.
Yes, because you're vertically challenged the same as me, myself, right? So you've got a 28-inch inseam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I did find with this, what they're doing locally, is they produce a lowering kit.
Yes.
Which actually takes the shockers down by 20 mil. And that has done it.
For you?
For me.
Yeah.
And the actual brackets that they've got there are actually really cheap compared with any other modification.
Okay, so I started this video the reason I didn't buy the Classic 650, and one of the major reasons was the seat height.
Yeah.
In fact, that I felt it was too tall for me. I was on tiptoes, and you've lowered that just by adding a piece of CNC cut metal on the back of the shocker.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I sit on your bike just
Please
to test
do.
it?
Please do, have a try.
Because I was on tiptoes before, and I'm about 5mm heel off the ground. So yeah, much better, much better.
But there's also another mod that they do here as well, and that's the lowered shocks.
Yes. So my first reason for not buying this bike was the seat height.
Yeah.
You've cured that.
Cured that, yeah.
So maybe now I should have bought this bike. I paid 120,000 baht for this, about £3,000.
Yeah.
I think you paid 249,000 for this?
259,000
59.
with the crash bars, the sump guard, and the lowering kit.
Okay, okay. So you're just over £6,000 for that.
Yeah.
So mine comes out at half price, and I just stupidly thought I could convert this bike to make it more of a classic look. But if I'm not careful, it'll soon turn into £6,000, and I should have bought
that in the meantime.
I should have bought this in the first place. But I'm a stubborn old sod. So the second reason I've decided to go for this is because it's lighter.
Yeah.
Standard weight I think is 204 kilograms, where this is 243. So 40 kilograms difference. I've changed my exhaust, so I've dropped another 10 kilos. So my bike is now 50 kilograms lighter than yours.
Yeah.
And the third reason, I hate the steering circle on my Meteor. Because this is the same frame, I've got a feeling your turning circle is going to be the same as mine.
Yeah,
we're going to experiment in a minute.
Yep, that's
We're
fine.
gonna copy the Missington flyer and do his car park turning skills. I do hope he gets better soon with his shoulder operation.
Yeah,
But we're going to copy his idea, try the turning circle, and I've got a feeling my Interceptor's going to win on that.
I think it will.
Okay, Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. We're going to try and push it full circle from a straight line. Yeah. Still heavy. Okay. Okay, same test again. The Royal Enfield Classic 650 with 19-inch wheels compared to 18-inch on the Interceptor. They do look nice. They really do look nice. Full lock and push. It's definitely heavier. I can feel it's heavier. I think it's 50 kilograms heavier than my Interceptor at the moment. So there is a bit of a difference, but not as much as I thought. I will have to do this on my Super Meteor 650 also from this line, because I think that's a better turning circle than my Super Meteor 650. I do think. Okay, Pete, we're on private land. Okay. Just have a quick go up and down the road here, and just see if you can notice the weight difference. See if you can notice my exhaust difference, and the height difference.
Straight away, the height difference, it feels probably 20-30 centimetres lower.
Really? It's not though.
Lower. Yeah.
It's not though, because I measured it the other day with a tape measure. I'm measuring that at 790. That is supposed to be 805 standard, and we think you've lowered yours by 20.
I've lowered it by 20.
It's the width of the bike. Those bikes are very wide and you can't get your legs straight down. That's what it is, more than the seat height. Yeah, the frame is narrower. Right then, Peter, how was that?
Feels like a different bike altogether.
Well, it is a different bike altogether.
Compare the engine size is the same.
Yes.
Obviously, the mapping is very, very different. I would say that's more leisurely, more gentlemanly type ride. With the new pipes on here, you've definitely got a difference in power acceleration.
Yes, I have, yeah. So this is the advantage of buying the older version of the Interceptor or the 650 engine, because it's not Euro 5 controlled, right?
Yeah.
Not so much. So the mapping, I think the mapping can relearn itself with different exhausts. I'm not sure if it's possible on a newer bike when it's got those two.
They would have to have two sensors on each pipe.
On each pipe, yeah. So somebody to tell me that the new version of the ECU is not self-learning like the older versions were. Maybe people can comment on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I've always been dead against noisy exhausts and always wanted to upgrade my suspension and comfort first, but now I've got these on this bike, I absolutely love the sound.
It's more thrilling, definitely more thrilling.
Yeah. I feel that I've got more power, but whether it's my subconscious and I'm just opening up more to get the sound or what, I don't know, but it definitely feels like I've got more power and faster acceleration. It
picks up a lot quicker than mine. And although mine's still being run in,
yes,
this Interceptor picks up a lot quicker.
And what's surprising is you can touch the exhaust pretty much after you've been running the bike and you don't burn yourself. Where you did that on yourself, your skin would come off.
Oh yeah, you'd melt the plastic on your boots and everything.
Yeah. So they don't hold the heat because it's a straight through pipe. They don't hold the heat. It's noisy, but not overly noisy. I had a friend test it to decibel standards, and it's still a few decibels under the legal limit. So you know, it's still okay. And finally, the one that actually hurts, the curb appeal test. We parked both bikes right here in the heart of a tourist district to see which one pulls the crowds. The results, honestly, they speak for themselves. In the time it took us to finish a coffee, 3 different strangers stopped to admire the metal. All 3 went straight to the classic 650. It wasn't even a contest, a clean 3-0 sweep for the new kid on the block. There's just something about those iconic teardrop lines and the extra helping of chrome. It gives the classic that heirloom presence. It looks like it belongs in a museum. By comparison, it makes my Interceptor look, well, a little bit unfinished, a bit too utilitarian. Clearly I've got some work to do. I want to win back the crowd. The modifying journey for the Interceptor continues today. We're hunting for polish, better lines and a whole lot more soul. The bar has officially been raised. So my Interceptor 650 has won on the seat height. It's a lower bike. It's a slimmer bike, so you can get your legs straight down for short riders. It's definitely a lighter bike, so it's more agile. It's got a shorter wheelbase as well, and those smaller wheels, so definitely more agile, so more of a roadster than a cruiser, it's true. And it definitely won on manoeuvrability with that steering circle. It's got a better steering circle than the classic shotgun Meteor 650 frame. So now it's down to styling. That's where I did lose. Everybody loved to look at that new classic, even I do. I think it's a stunning bike, absolutely stunning bike. So now it's time to change the cosmetics of this bike. We're going to start with the front mudguard. I've got a more classic style shape to go on the bike with the stays to make it look like a classic 650 on the front. And we're going to do a little bit of styling on this bike from the next few videos. So if you'd like to see that, make sure you've liked this video, make sure you're subscribed. Those videos will come very soon. If you would like to see a video where I explore the best roads in northern Thailand, then I do recommend that you watch this video next. And it even shows you how you can have the opportunity of coming to Thailand and exploring the beauties here on a motorcycle yourself. So anyway, thanks for watching as always, and until next time, ride safe.